another story time. That's right, you guys. I'm coming at you guys with a story time. This story that I'm about to tell you guys is actually really fucking personal and really fucking crazy. And it's about my parents. And if they fucking watch my YouTube, definitely, they're probably gonna be pissed the fuck off when they read this, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all the story of when I found out my parents were getting divorced, whatever. It was freaking crazy. A lot of shit went down. I've never told this story to anyone, not even my dude. So he's gonna be the first time for him to see it too. So let's get right into it. All right. So my parents met in 1990. My dad was in the army, and you know, my mom, she was like doing her thing or whatever, raising my older brother and my deceased sister Kiana, rest in peace. And she was just like doing her own thing. My mom has always been like a shy person. She never was like me, like outgoing, grabbing dudes. My mom wasn't like that. I don't know how it became so fast. But anyway, so they locked eyes or whatever. And like my mom had told me that she actually didn't like my dad. She actually liked the guy that he was with. But I think that guy was married or had a girlfriend or whatever else. So my mom was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to my dad. My dad's name is Mark. Hey, daddy. So they like went on a date or whatever. And like I guess my daddy started like coming around and you know, everything. So they was like chopping it up, going on dates and hanging out, and you know, pretty much they became, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. At the time of all this going down, my mother had found out that my sister Kiana was missing and they couldn't find her. Long story short, they found my sister deceased, and that's another story time. But anyways, my dad was with my mom through the trial and through everything that happened with my sister, and you know, eventually they get married and they have their first child together, the beautiful me. So my parents were married for about 24 years, I want to say. It might be a little longer or a little shorter than I can quite remember. But I always knew that my parents were like a little bit different than most parents. I never saw my parents kiss, never saw them hold hands. I never saw like anything that like proved that my parents were like in love. And I would always wonder like why my parents aren't like, you know, little Britney parents or whatever. So, you know, it made me think like, okay, do you not like kiss and hug and touch in front of your children? Maybe I'm like, maybe they just do everything in like their bedroom. But then we would go out to places and they still really wouldn't be like all up on each other. So I just, at first, you know, my first experience, you know, dating and stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna be all up on this dude because my dad's not all over my mom like this. Fast forward, you know, my parents like sat me and my little brother AJ down. What's up, AJ? Start off PMG. And they told us like they were getting divorced or thought about divorce or something like that. I can't quite remember. And me and AJ looked at each other like, okay, what's gonna happen to us? Because me and my little brother are like this. So we were like, what's gonna happen to us? Like in our heads, we're thinking like, I gotta live with my mom because I'm a girl, and he's gonna live with my dad because he's a boy, and all this other, you know, crap went through our heads. And so me and my little brother at one point decided we was gonna run away. This is a story that has not been told yet. Me and AJ decided to run away because we didn't want to choose between our mom or between our dad. We were just like, we wasn't gonna do that or whatever. But in the end, they end up not getting divorced for a while. But anyways, so they go like on like a romantic trip to like Vegas, I want to say. And I guess like Vegas is supposed to be like their like second honeymoon for them to like rekindle and kind of just see what they wanted to do or whatever. So they went to Vegas or whatever, and everything according to what my mother told me, Vegas was fine. My dad said Vegas was cool. And then when they got back from Vegas, a couple weeks had passed, and you know, it just was different. So that was when I was like, I think 13, 14 years old, when all this like first started happening. So right before or right after my dad like went to Vegas or whatever, like my mom had planned on moving out of the area that we were in. She wanted to move, and like we were looking at different places to live or whatever. And like I know that she really wanted to live in like Louisville, I think. She had a really good job out there, and then I think what happened in like the commute or something, she didn't like. She might didn't like the school system. It had to be something for her not to move. She took another job, and we ended up moving into a house. It was my first time being in like a house, and I was like really excited. So by the time we got to the house, my parents had, I guess, like officially like separated, and like I guess like my dad was doing his thing, my mom was doing her thing, I guess. So anyways, I'm in like 10th grade when this happens or whatever. So a few years pass, and I'm like about to graduate high school, and then like my mom comes up to my school and she pulls me out of class and she's like really, really upset. She's yelling and screaming at me, and I'm looking at her like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And she was just like, your dad, you know, gave me divorce papers. And I was looking at her like, what they got to do with me? You know, like in my head I'm thinking, what? Like, that's crazy. Why would he, you know, give you divorce papers? So she's like, did you know that he was gonna divorce me and you just didn't tell me? Or then she's asking me, and I'm like, nah, I didn't know that nigga was gonna divorce you. Like, what? No, I had no idea. So fast forward, my parents get divorced, okay, in like March, I think, or whatever. Now, I graduate high school in June, you guys. June, right? So like June 4th, I want to say 2009, 2010. I have my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister-in-law. I'm about to say then, but she's my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law, my little brother, my aunts, my uncle, I have all my family at my graduation. My mom is so fucking uncomfortable with this man. Like, this is like her husband, and she's so damn uncomfortable. Like, in all the pictures, she just sitting there like ranching bitch face. Like, she's just sitting there like, why the fuck am I here? And I'm looking at her like, Mama, this is my graduation. Like, be cool. Don't do nothing stupid. Like, chill out. Nah, she like giving him the stink eye. She ready to like bop heads. I was like, oh my God, my mama won't kill my daddy, y'all. Like, it was ridiculously fucking crazy. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? You know? So anyways, after my graduation, we go eat at my then favorite restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. That's by far my favorite restaurant. We go eat at Texas Roadhouse, and my daddy picks up the tab for everybody. Woo! That pissed my mama off. She was looking at him like, why you gotta pay for everybody? She was so freaking mad. And then she was like in the corner talking mad shit about my daddy, about me, about I'm looking at Mama like, this is my graduation. Why you acting like this? So she's like, you know, acting cool or whatever. So she pissed me off that night. It's my graduation night, and I'm mad. I don't even open up my presents in front of everybody. I tell my daddy was staying in Dallas. I was like, Daddy, I'm going with you. So I went to Dallas or whatever, and I was telling I got like a whole bunch of clothes for graduation. So I told my dad, I just need like underwear and like a squirt and shit. We were going back to Arlington. So anyways, for like my summer, like right when I got out of high school or whatever, or when I graduated, like June, July, I was like not at home for a while. I was like with my daddy in Dallas, and then eventually we went to Chicago to visit my family in Chicago. Like not even like a week later from graduation, I went straight to Chicago, and then I came back home or whatever. And when I was with my dad, I was like really, really low key, like extra happy. Like I wasn't sad, I wasn't depressed, I wasn't anything. I was like cool. I'm a daddy's girl. I still love my daddy. I'm 26 and still love him to death. So I was like really happy. But in the end, you know, my parents getting divorced might have been good for them. Might have been better now. They're both, you know, in new relationships, and they're both seem to be happier. But it kind of did ruin a lot of stuff for me, because growing up, before, you know, I decided to do what I, you know, do certain things come to like relationships, I was always that person where I'm like, we can't be, you know, we can't have kids together, we can't be connected, I don't want to get married, I don't want to go through what my parents had went through. So I started being like that. I just started being so cold-hearted, and I ended up like hurting so many different people because I wasn't shown how to love. No one taught me you're supposed to only date one person, and you're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. So it took a long time for me to get to that point where I'm like, I only need one man, and I'm still with that nigga, and I love you to death, baby. You already know, forever. So that took a long time for me to like be like, okay, I'm gonna be with this one man for the rest of my life. He's who I want to be with. He is who I care about. He's my everything. And I'm so happy that I'm still standing with this man, and that we are still madly in love. Baby, I love you so much, and you are the greatest person to me. So yeah, that's my story of how my parents divorced. Like I said, it was crazy and it was weird, and me and my little brother, I think it hit us harder than most people I want to say it hit my older brother too, but it hit me and AJ in a whole nother level. It hit us like this. It hit us hard. So yeah, that's the story time of my parents' divorce and kind of what happened with that. Like I said, now my parents, I don't think they've talked since the divorce. Like, I'm honestly, y'all thinking like, how the fuck did it happen? Well, when my parents got divorced, I was already 18, so like my dad was already gone, so like he didn't like come around that much or whatever. And when they did talk, I don't think it was pleasant. But now I don't think they haven't seen each other in years. My daddy been married for a while, so like they probably seen each other since he been married. So, but yeah, that is my story time of my crazy parents and their crazy divorce and how it affected me. And I want to say there's a lot of young kids out there that your parents are going through a divorce and you don't know where to turn and you don't know what to do. If your parents have never been divorced or never fought or never doing this, you're never gonna understand what it feels like. Never, ever. You're never gonna understand. So all the young kids out there, just remember, it's never your fault. You did nothing wrong. That was all your parents' fault. And even at the end of the day, your mother loves you, your father loves you. They just don't love each other and they can't be together. They can't work it out. They can't get through it or whatever else. But just know that you are still loved by each and every other person in your family. And yeah, they might get divorced and yeah, you might have to split time between your mother and your father. But at the end of the day, both your parents are gonna be happy. Alright, so I'm about to go. Like I said, this little touchy, you know, I went in, but I didn't go all the way in. So I just went like halfway in. But I'll try to keep it 100, you know, that's all I can do. Anyways, make sure you follow me at Diamond Jamison on every motherfucking thing. If you want to see me do some more videos, some more story times, some more text, if you know me personally and there's a story you want me to tell, just let me know. Drop me a comment. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Mwah. You guys have a great day.